Located on a peninsula of Sandusky, Ohio, it spans 364 acres and overlooks scenic Lake Erie. Its thrill-filled rides shoot you up, drop you down, get you soaking wet, let you face your worst fears, spin you round and twist you every which way around. Cedar Point has been recognized by Guinness Records as the park with the largest number of rides, 68, and the greatest number of roller coasters, 14. With more than 3.5 million people flocking to its gates every summer, it's just like a city. And it has its own traffic control and police station. It operates 15 sit-down restaurants, 146 food outlets, 4 hotels, a marina, campgrounds, water park, miniature golf course, its own laundry service, lodging for 4,000 of its 5,000 seasonal employees, and its own printing shop. It has sand and surf, shows, singing, dancing, and thrills for the little ones. So what does it take to operate the world's largest amusement park? You'll take a ride on the wild side and go behind the scenes to discover what your average day is like at the world's largest amusement park. Cedar Point's 14 coasters have given more than 360 million rides. Their arsenal includes the Mean Streak, Cedar Point's tallest, fastest, and largest wooden coaster. First thing in the morning, coaster maintenance begins. It requires inspectors to check every inch of the coaster's track to keep it safe.
Every day I walk the track to do a visual inspection of the track itself, any of the bracing, any of the structure, make sure everything's intact. Sometimes these track bolts, they'll develop a little crack at the bottom. If we see a piece of cracked track, we change it out right away.
Inspecting Mean Streak will consume 2 to 3 hours.
Got my fall protection in place, tied off to the ride. They don't want to let me fall a maximum of 6 feet.
The safety crew is required to do their inspection even in the rain, unless there's lightning.
Right now I'm checking the gauge at each one of these gauge brackets that are alongside the bedwood here. We can adjust the gauges accordingly, bring the gauge in or out. One of the things I really like is when you come to work that early, 6 o'clock in the morning when we start, the park seems to be asleep. And just to see the people start coming around the park, coming into work, and the sun's coming up, and it's like the park's waking up from its sleep. That's really neat.
Around the same time, a different type of inspection is required from Millennium Force, the park's tallest and fastest steel coaster.
The steel coasters differ from the wooden coasters. Because of the weather, it affects the steel. The heat and cold make it expand and contract. And you just need to look at all the joints good and all the fasteners and just make sure that everything is tight and where it should be. This is the main drive system for our Millennium roller coaster. It's very unique because it's the only cable drive system in the world. It operates very smoothly and very quickly. We inspect the cable to make sure that it doesn't have any flat spots or worn spots on it, to make sure that it's in good shape.
Rick uses a special maintenance cart to ascend the ride's 310-foot lift hill, where he inspects lift parts in the highest section of the track.
I love coming up here in the morning, and it's the best view in the park, actually. You get to see every ride in the park.
After maintenance has finished its inspection, ride operators begin the morning test runs.
Right now we're going up the lift. It's about 310 feet. What I'm looking for, looking at the track. And listening to the sound of the train. Make sure that everything is running right. Of course, every morning there are a lot of bugs. That is a typical test run for the Land Force, and it passed the test. Bugs.